This would be like an important part of the show. So I went there to get sushi, and some lady looked over my shoulder, and she was reading my phone as I was taking the order. And I said put a certain amount on the actual sushi, which was on the side. So she was just being nice. And she said on the side, but I was trying to kind of like focus and look at the app. And I turned around. I didn't really give her a dirty look, but I just kind of was like, I obviously can read. I'm practically an English major. And I mean, I could have started, speaking Shakespeare, like reciting Shakespeare at that moment to let her know that I'm literate. But I kept reading it, and I just looked at her and said, look, I know you're trying to help, And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, she just looked at me and said, you're too fat. Okay, so on the fat thing, a lot of the fat things are based on methamphetamine users in Hollywood. So when you're judging a person in their existence, because I choose not to do methamphetamine. So I weigh about 210 pounds. I'm 6 foot, and my doctor would say 200 pounds is fine. And about 5 pounds of that is water weight. So I'm 5 pounds overweight. Sorry, sorry that I don't have six packs. Sorry that I don't have six-pack abs for you. I did in my 20s, but I grew up a little bit, so I don't really care. And I didn't say that she was fat or a little bit fat. I could have said, your ass is a little fat. I could have said that, but I chose not to. Instead I said, I know you're trying to help. But I thought she said, don't worry, you're too fat. And this is kind of a common thing in Dallas. Dallas has a complex with fat, There's great freaking actors that have, not been super skinny. It doesn't really matter what you look like nowadays. We live in a multicultural society, so you can be heavyset and be perfectly fine. I can still probably run a 5K and be halfway decent at it, Maybe I misheard her or something. Going down a dark alleyway right here, as you can see. But maybe it was something, maybe I just misheard what she said. Maybe she said, is your name Pat? I don't know if that's what she said. Maybe not. Or she said, is your name Matt? I don't know. I mean, she was obviously a person with wealth. She's going into an upper end sushi restaurant to sit down. But I'm avoiding that. I would be waiting in the lobby right now. But it's better, if she would come over to me again, say, I thought you were rude. I probably wasn't trying to be rude. We're going into copyright. Wait, hang on. It's actually Spanish copyright, so it's okay. I try to avoid confrontation, especially when I'm doing this kind of stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to kind of walk around here by Cantina right here. And she was with a girlfriend. She was probably maybe pushing 40, maybe in her mid-30s. I wasn't trying to hit on her or anything, but she obviously was concerned. And what I should have done is I'm not always quick with social grace. And that's been a problem with me. If anybody knows me, they know that that's the case. I'm not real quick with social grace. If I was quicker, I'd be more successful nowadays. I mean, after all, I got kicked out of the actor studio for pouring up a bucket of paint and some student's washing machine. It wasn't like I was trying to make tie-dye clothing, but it's a long story. Oh, that's another grill bar right here. So far I haven't seen them. There's 2 sushi places. There's another one called Prime Steaks over there. It's called Forks or something like that right here. Kind of see it. But I think what it is I'm an emotional person. I've always been sensitive. So I don't know why I was offended. So let's go back. What I probably should have done is I should have went, you know what, you're right, it is on the side. That's the kind of techniques that you use as a successful actor and spokesperson or YouTube star that you have to take with you and learn how to do with other people. You have to learn to be fake. You do. You don't. It wasn't like I was being mean, but I was sincerely kind of distraught because I was trying to place this order and I only have so much time to place the order. So what I should have done is turned to her and I should have said, you know what, you're right. You're right. It is on the side, because that avoids all conflict if you just KA, which is kiss ASS. Then you become a brown noser. Oh, look at this. This is really cool right here. anyway, I don't know. Figure it out one way. I'm trying to get better at that because you want to avoid all conflict. So people are high strung. There are people who are high strung. I could probably go into this place and get free chips if I wanted to, but I probably won't. But it takes 10 minutes from them. But yeah, heavyset people do kind of sometimes have problems because they see them as kind of fortunate. And, they're usually pretty confident people, depending on, you look at people like John Candy or Philip Seymour Hoffman, or let's say John Belushi. Another one would be John Goodman, which he's lost a lot of weight. But, I just don't walk up to her and say, hey, you're a raging alcoholic, get a life. I don't say those kinds of things. Or, your butt's a little too fat. I don't say that kind of stuff. But anyway, oh well. The chimney tonight. I once had a chimney. One of my places had a chimney. Chimneys are a viable thing to have if you have a chimney. Traditional Italian restaurant, authentic Italian kitchen known as Gialdino's. And it looks like they didn't make it through COVID, or they could be opening. I don't know if they're opening or closing. They've got paint buckets. This might be opening, or it could be closing. I can't tell. Probably if I look inside, you'll be able to tell. Yeah, it looks like there's electronic in the back. Let's see if we can see something right here. Yeah, there's electronic glowing in the back. It's hard to say if they're opening or closing. You can probably tell online. They may have a sign there that's not opening right here. Looks like a really nice place. I can't tell if it's freshly constructed or if it's waiting to go back. And look, all this stuff is missing right here. I can't tell if it's open or closed. It's like a side entrance right here. No tables or anything, so it's hard to say. Some restaurants got affected by COVID. Just kind of looking at, that's LcSbanD, a bunch of models in there. Probably gonna go over by the fountain over here. Looks pretty cool though. Cortland is, I think, the apartment complex that's over here. Yeah, that's what it looked like. They have a chimney. I don't know if it was opening or closing. They only have one light on right over here. It didn't say closing on the door, so it's either opening or closing. I can't tell. All right, this is Carvana, and they're popular now. They're open also by not by the Speedway, but kind of by like the Fort Worth area. They're about to open pretty soon. Don't know much about them. I know that they store cars, I think, underground, and you can buy them online, and they just drop them off at your house. So they just drop it off at your doorstep, and they have like, I don't know how they do the keys though. I guess maybe they mail the keys to you, and they just drop the car off, and you're good to go. You don't have to talk to a car salesman or anything. I sold cars for a little bit. About a season, a summer season one time. It's a comical story. This is the Carvana everybody knows about in the Frisco area, kind of by the Colony.
With the red line cotton soft throw blankets, watch It's a Wonderful Life. Snuggle up with their signature sheets and wait for Santa's arrival. Dry off with their plush new spa towels. Relax at home with their loungewear while you take in the season. The best cotton that can be grown. All of this is made right here in America from cotton grown on the Yeager family farm in Alabama.
Well, regardless of the lady calling me fat, and I don't know if she really did, but I picked up the sushi anyway. So it's $100 order. Pretty expensive sushi, but it's going to your doorstep. Stay tuned. So the HEB grocery store clerk did a really good job. Did a really good job sacking the groceries into the trunk. Usually guys aren't that quick, but this delivery is for you. I mean, it's not for you, but it's for someone else. But this little segment, because most of the times those grocery store ones take forever, and this guy was out there like in 1 minute, packed that thing really quick. We're talking about a lot of meat, all kinds of stuff. But I really appreciate it. I'm appreciative of all the people that help. You know, every once in a while, someone just walks up to you and calls you fat. But COVID stressed me out. I had a lot of chili dogs during COVID. I was kind of a little scared. I stayed away from people, and that's when I got on YouTube and started, looking around. So I don't know. I guess this was kind of a COVID started show, coronavirus inspired show. Although I'm not making any statements about coronavirus because I don't really even believe in sickness. I'm a real weird guy. I believe that sickness is something you have to buy into, but I do believe that you are mortal and things can happen. But I also believe in healing. So let's just put it this way: I believe in healing more than I do in sickness. So I believe that's what I would say. If someone asked me, "You really don't believe in sickness?" I respond by saying I believe in healing more. So. Yeah, we got something up here. Yeah, that's 2600. It's probably this one. Here it is. Got it.
Someone else said they've been doing it 4 years full time. The one who's worked 4 years. there at 9.
Linda has to do cash back because her credit's only whatever cards is kind of like at the limit. So we're gonna get a banana, use this for the ATM fee kind of thing because you can get cash back. So this is only like 15 cents, and then she'll do cash back and use her other card. They should make it they should make an ATM banana machine. You know, so you're not paying ATM fee. Not kicking. All right, so it's 18 cents, and then you just do that and get cash back.
Okay, excuse me.
There it is. And that's what you call a cheap ATM. We have to break the 20, and we do it with a banana. She's paying the same amount. So now she'll break it. It's also not just an ATM, but it's a money changer. There it is. And here we go. We go to the other one and make the payment. All right, so we got to wait for approval for this one again. So it's like a double use of that. So basically we'll pay for this one and then move out that way. It's kind of using the ATM. It's kind of like an ATM and cash exchange. Then when you use the cash exchange, then you can use your card if your card's a little low. All right, so this is the last part of it. So we did the cash ATM, using it as ATM, then a cash exchange. Now she's using the part where she uses the cash exchange. Then she'll get the Bud Ice case with that and also using her card. It does amount to some receipts though.
Okay, cool, barely.
And voila. Just as we walked out, Piggy was sitting there leaning up against the wall. His cruiser was parked literally right next to Walmart, which they don't have the right to do.
Merry Christmas.
Get a job.
Merry Christmas. 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 Merry Christmas.